I think Ulanzi is the only company I know that makes inflatable light. I may be wrong, but they are the only company I know of. The last one I remember they made was the UA20, which is a 20-watt inflatable light. Right here, I have the Ulanzi AL60. Once again, this is an inflatable LED light. This is going to be interesting. In the box of the Ulanzi AL60, you have the inflatable light itself. It's pretty large. You have this handle which attaches to this. I'll show you how this works in a bit. On top of that, you actually have a remote control that is detachable. You have a strap. You have a USB-C to USB-C cable. You also have this sort of like metallic attachment that will sit on the inflatable light. I'll show you how that works as well. You also have this handle that sort of like walks underneath. You need to attach it here likewise. That's how you get to attach the strap. And then you have a USB-C to USB-A cable. Now, assembling the AL60 is pretty easy. Lest I forget, we had the privilege of receiving this light from Camera Joint, my one-stop shop to everything cinematography and photography. Now, back to the assembly. Now, assembling this is pretty simple. You have to start with the LED inflatable light itself. Now, if you look at it carefully, you can actually see that there are these LED lights in there. And one thing that baffles me about this light, to be honest, is the fact that it's not water resistant. Why that is, I don't know. Ulanzi must have some unique explanation why, we have an inflatable light, but it's not water resistant. Now, at the bottom of it, you have this slot here where you can deflate the light itself once you've inflated it. But to inflate it, you have this knob here where you have to first unscrew, and all you have to do to inflate this is, usually it should have come pre-charged, but if it isn't charged, you probably have to open this latch here and use a USB-C cable to charge it. Mine is charged already, and all you have to do is click on this knob and it starts inflating immediately. And here we go. Yeah, you can hear that, right? It's inflating. Now, when it's fully inflated, the noise will increase. Aha, see that? So you click on it again and it stops. Now it looks like one big fluffy light. Now, I must also say that you cannot power this light by itself. For some weird reason, once again, Ulanzi did not give us a way of powering it. The only way you can power this light is if you use a power bank that has an output of 100 watts. Right now, I'm using this V-mount battery that I got also from Camera Joint. With this, we are going to be able to power up the light. So let's go back to our setup. It has this sort of like attachment here. Yeah, it's pretty big. It has this attachment here that you have to attach to the handle. Now, I've set up the handle itself already. I've put this metal plate on it and I've placed the handle with the remote control on it. So how this works is you can attach this to the balloon at the back. So we'll turn it this way. The thing is, you can place it anywhere from top to bottom. So just look for what works for you. I'm going to place it in the middle. So what we do is click this here. It attaches. You click the second one as well. Hit it just to be sure. And you are good to go. Now, I would like to hold it in a particular way. So I'm going to turn it again. Let me see if I can unscrew this and change. Yeah, I want to change the orientation. Good. So now I can tighten it back again. So this is what it looks like. See, it's pretty massive. Good. So now on the handle here is where you can attach it to a stand, but I'm not going to use a stand right now. remember that cable I was showing you? This cable goes into the side. You have to carefully attach it. So once you do that, you screw it down so that that cable stays in place. And there we have it. Now, this is the V-mount battery. Now, the version I have, I actually like this version. You can power practically anything with this. It has two USB-C power slots and a USB-C Type A slot, and it also has room for D-tap. So basically what we need to do to power this light up, now we need to attach the USB-C cable. There's a slot for it right at the top here. So what you do is you attach the USB-C cable in there, and then the second part of the USB-C cable you attach into your power bank. Okay, that took a while to work. So basically you have to hold on to the M for about like 3 seconds or thereabout, and voila, it comes on. Right now it's at 49%. Let me show you how strong this is. Oof, look at that. This is pretty bright. I don't know how bright it is over there, but it's pretty bright. And currently it's at 49%. It's a 60-watt light. So this is going to be very, very strong. The features of the AL60 are pretty straightforward. So what I have done is I have detached the remote control from the light itself, and I place the light at a distance so you can actually see just how well it works. Now I'm going to take off my light and leave just my fill light and my background light so you see just how it works. Fantastic, good. Now on the remote we have a number of settings. You have the intensity and you have the CCT. This light is a bicolor light. It runs from 2700 Kelvin all the way to 6500 Kelvin. It also has 10 effects. Now, the effects I will show you on the app, but for now, let me basically just show you how this works. So with the mode, when you click on it once, it jumps to the scenes, and if you click on it one more time, it shows you the version of the light, and if you click on it one more time, it goes back to CCT, which was the first setting. Now, this arrow down is what you use to move between the intensity and the Kelvin. So right now, it's at 2700 Kelvin. Let's increase it all the way to 6500 Kelvin. Now, you do that by using the plus or the minus sign. So I hold on to the plus sign, and it moves all the way to 6500 Kelvin. What's up there? Good. Now you notice it's moved from warm white to fluorescent light, which is 6500 Kelvin. Now in terms of intensity, so you use the arrow to go up or down. Now let's increase the intensity from 50 all the way to 100. So we just see how bright it can get. Good. Now this is 100. Ooh, that's bright. Now this is 100%. Take note that this is a 60-watt bulb. It's pretty bright. It almost looks brighter than a 60-watt light. And let's bring it down a bit. Okay, there you go, 50%. Good. So basically that's how you run the light. The remote control itself has a battery indicator that lets you know whether the remote control is, whether it's properly charged or not. If you can notice, I don't know why, if you hold on to the display, it barely stays 5 to 10 seconds, and there is no way to actually get it to stay longer than that. Why Ulanzi did that, I don't know. See what I'm saying? It's off. Now, basically, that's all there is about controlling the light. We're going to move to the next section, which is using the app, and I'll explain the 10 effects that comes with the light. Connecting the Ulanzi AL60 to the app is pretty simple. What you have to do is, if you're an iPhone user, you go to the App Store, and if you're an Android user, you go to the Play Store and you search for Ulanzi Connect. Now, once you download, I've already downloaded mine on my phone. Once you download it, it will give you the option to add the light. For some weird reason, Ulanzi has, I don't know, maybe it's a bug. When you pair the light, instead of using Ulanzi Light AL60, what you see is Ulanzi 69EA. Why it has the wrong name on it, I don't know. So once you pair it, it's as simple as you clicking on the light. As you can see, I can see the Kelvin. Right now it's at 6,500 Kelvin. All I just need to do is scroll all the way down and it changes to 2,700. So you can change the Kelvin here easily, and the intensity you can increase or decrease here. As you can see, I'm increasing the intensity and bringing it down. So right now, let me take it back to 50%. Underneath the app, you would see a grayed out portion for effects. If you click on the effects, then you see all the effects that are available on the AL60. Right now, you have initial loop, lightning, you have television, you have candle, you have a bad bulb, you have pulsing, you have strobe, you have paparazzi, you have emergency, and you have hue and light beam. Ulanzi tend to have these effects on most of their lights. If you check the Ulanzi VL110 or the VL120, if you haven't watched my review of the Ulanzi VL110 or 120, you can use the link above and watch them. So on their lights, they tend to have the same kind of effects. And basically, that's everything about the app. The app is pretty straightforward to use. The Ulanzi AL60 goes for $180. To be honest, I think it's an intuitive light. It's no different from most of the light that Ulanzi has made. I think this is just a 60-watt version. It would be nice to see if they could make a 120-watt version of the same light. But I think I have a few things against this light. First and foremost, it doesn't come with a bag. It doesn't come with a case. It doesn't come with a power pack. It's just some basic things that should come with a $180 light. Nah, I'm disappointed. But above all, I think what I really do not like about it is the packaging. For a light that has that kind of spec, it looks very cheap, very cheaply packed. It's not impressive at all. It seems as though Ulanzi just wanted to make a quick buck and just didn't care about the packaging. The packaging is, you look at lights like Cobalt, Aperture. Ulanzi, you could do better with your packaging. The light is good, the light is fantastic, but the packaging of the light is just wrong. And every time, just have a look at this. Every time I have to keep packing this, eventually it's going to, it's going to rip into pieces. So it would have been nice if it was well packaged. Other than that, I think it's a good light. And I think it would do well in a lot of scenarios. Take, for example, overhead shots. I think it would do a fantastic job. It'll be good for interviews, good for product reveals, it's good for tons of stuff, and I think that'll be all for this review. Ulanzi, thank you very much for that. Light, camera joint, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to review this light. And on to the next review. It's bye from me, Nathan Floroka. Ciao.